Hey, movie buffs! Guess what? Superman himself, Henry Cavill, might be joining Marvel as Captain Britain. Imagine the buzz. Henry's been spotted near Marvel, and fans are losing it. Is this real or just a fan dream? Marvel's keeping it hush-hush, but the internet's exploding with excitement. Superman teaming up with the Avengers. Crazy, right? Stay tuned for the scoop. Will Henry Cavill be the new Marvel hero? Your guess is as good as ours. Henry Cavill may be able to enter the MCU as a powerful new superhero after David Corenswet took over as Superman in the Return DC universe. He has already stated which Marvel character he would most like to play, so stay around to find out everything. For years, there have been rumors that Cavill will be joining the MCU, especially when he left DC. Hollywood insiders claim Marvel has already accepted a part, despite Marvel not confirming anything. Upon the release of the cast lists for the much-awaited new Fantastic Four movie, people speculated that Cavill would be shifting from hero to villain. Social media discussions and reports speculate that Cavill was considered for a role in another movie, possibly as one of the X-Men or as the villain Dr. Doom. Others, on the other hand, believe that since Cavill has shown his thrill about playing Captain Britain in a film, he will probably be the one to bring the comic book character to life on screen. In 1976, Captain Britain made his debut. At the Darkmoor Energy Research Center, Brian Braddock holds a research position on the first issue of his comic. Brian is nearly killed during an attack on the center when he sees Merlin and his daughter. By selecting the Sword of Might or the Amulet of Right, he's given another chance to live. He becomes Captain Britain after choosing the Amulet of Rights because he's a scientist. Stories like Time's Run Out, in which he and his friends must fight the Ivory Kings, are when Captain Britain truly starts to shine. Captain Britain faces off against Mr. Sinister, the villain of the X-Men in the Secret War story. In the MCU, we're already familiar with Captain Britain. In Avengers Endgame, when Captain America and Iron Man go back in time to get the Tesseract, Captain America runs into his old flame. Peggy hears her talking to someone else. She says, quote, "I said bring them in." "They're trying, ma'am, but lightning strikes have stopped Braddock's unit," a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent responds. Also, it has been proven that a Braddock was present in S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout the 1970s. British intelligence agent Sonia Falsworth is organizing a group of superheroes in the Marvel television series Secret Invasion. Towards the end of the show, she enlists Gia. Captain Britain would be a perfect fit. After becoming a superhero, Captain Britain built a cast of enemies that included Slaymaster, Vixen, and the Computer Mastermind. Braddock fought with the Black Knight to defend Otherworld, also known as Avalon, and stopped a neo-Nazi attempt to take over the United Kingdom with help from Captain America and Nick Fury. Brian Braddock later joined a larger superhero group called the Captain Britain Corps, which was made up of different incarnations of Captain Britain from different universes. Their mission was to defend each of their country's rules and regulations while protecting the United Kingdom from supernatural threats. Introducing the Captain Britain Corps in the MCU's Multiverse Saga would be a great opportunity for Marvel Studios, with Henry Cavill possibly taking on the role of Captain Britain on Earth 616. The Society may play an important part in Phases 5 or 6 because it guards the gateways between dimensions and the multiverse. However, Brian Braddock's MCU debut may also bring in his twin sister, Betsy Braddock, as part of the Captain Britain Corps. The MCU's Betsy Braddock, better known as the mutant Psylocke, might be seen as laying the groundwork for the X-Men squad. Though there hasn't been any sign of any of the team's official members in the MCU yet, Marvel Studios is working on an X-Men reboot for the franchise. This could change once Brian and Betsy Braddock's Multiverse Saga debuts, since Betsy Braddock's Psylocke was a well-known X-Men member in the 1990s. Since Brian and Betsy were both members of the British mutant squad Excalibur, the introduction of Captain Britain to the MCU has a chance to greatly expand the mutant universe. This exciting new MCU chapter may be best led by Henry Cavill, who has the right skill set. Social media debates and reports claim that Cavill was considered for a role in a different movie, either as an X-Men character or as the villain Dr. Doom. On his X profile, Marvel insider Holyfield M5 revealed that Henry will get two major X-Men characters, Wolverine and Cyclops. When everything is decided, the actor can choose to play one of these roles. In the MCU film Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman acts as Wolverine in an official role. However, Henry could become the Logan of another world if he chooses the clawed superhero. However, the tweet also suggests that he might play Cyclops. One of the original X-Men members, Cyclops, is also known as Scott Summers. He's famous for his outstanding leadership qualities as well as his strategic and logical way. A previous X-Men movie featuring the superhero was played by actor James Marsden. A reputable source said on X that Cavill will not be playing Dr. Doom, but then released an unclear statement saying that many people were right about his part. Kevin Feige and the team are yet to give any confirmation on the same. Until they officially confirm Henry's participation in the next MCU project, all we can do is wait. Regarding X-Men, Marvel will release X-Men 97, an animated series on Disney Plus on March 20th, 2024. It would be interesting to watch how Feige's live-action adaptation of these mutants with their new faces turns out. Back in 2021, The Hollywood Reporter asked Henry Cavill what Marvel character he'd fancy playing. He said no repeats, but he'd be all up for a spiced-up modern Captain Britain. Henry Cavill would have the opportunity to represent his native England as a British superhero in the role of Captain Britain. This would also widen the franchise since Marvel Studios hasn't given British heroes much attention. In their episode of The Hot Mic, John Rocha and Jeff Snyder addressed the speculation surrounding Henry Cavill's possible MCU entry. Snyder claiming that the rumor is just speculation, the two go on to talk about why Cavill isn't a good fit for Captain Britain. Rather, they suggest that he play an iconic Marvel villain. Snyder agreed to talk about the rumors and speculations about Henry Cavill when Rocha asked for him to do so 3 minutes into the conversation. When the two addressed the claims circulated by the Scooper account My Time to Shine Hello, Jeff Snyder stated that it was pure speculation because he hadn't heard anything of the such. Quote, "I don't know where that report is coming from, although I buy it," Snyder stated. Snyder stated that he may join the MCU, claiming that it might be real since a star like Henry Cavill needs successful movies and that there are only so many projects that are sure to be hit. Jeff Snyder speculated that Henry Cavill might be eyeing the part of Wolverine when discussing which roles might be right for him, given that he only has one chance to land the perfect role in the MCU. When John Rocha asks Cavill whether he can play Cyclops during the conversation, Snyder replies that Cavill isn't enough of a character for the part. As they talk about a few of these well-known roles that might give the actor the spotlight he so well deserves, Rocha suggests Cavill for the role of Dr. Doom. Henry Cavill has more than shown that he would be an excellent fit for the role of Betsy Braddock, even though he would be a much more realistic and open character than the alien Kal-El. Cavill spent 10 years playing Superman. Cavill might make his screen debut before the MCU's Multiverse Saga comes to an end if he's chosen to play Captain Britain. Imagine a British Captain America vibe. He's a British actor, so it's a natural fit. Henry just wants to bring a fresh twist to the superhero game. Let's see if Marvel's listening. Will Henry Cavill be playing Captain Britain then? Well, no matter how many sources talk about it, his role in the MCU is now just a rumor. Cavill is a busy man, so it might be difficult to fit into his schedule. His spy comedy Argylle, which was directed by Matthew Vaughn, was previously released this year. Later, he will feature in Guy Ritchie's April release, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. He's also committed to a TV version of Warhammer 40,000 in a new Highlander movie. So there you have it, guys. Henry Cavill and cast's dropping hints about a modern Captain Britain in the MCU. That'd be something, right? A British superhero bringing a whole new flavor to the Marvel mix. Whether it happens or not, we'll keep our eyes peeled for the superhero magic. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one.